So I don't think of myself as an organized person. I actually think of myself as a creative person. But it's the organization side that actually makes that possible for me. One of my favorite quotes is by Gustave Flaubert. He advised, in fact admonished, that we should be steady and well-ordered in our life so that we can be fierce and original in our work. And that rings true for me. So a lot of people, I think, have this kind of dichotomy between you're either a creative person or you're kind of a listy, organized person. Part of the problem there, I think, is how you define or think about lists. Some people don't have any, right? They try and keep everything in their head. They try and deal with emails as they come in. And their life is a little bit like a kind of hospital triage, right? It's kind of like A&E. They're basically just hoping that they're focusing on the right things based on, how urgent they seem, how much something's sort of on fire or bleeding at the time, essentially. And the problem with this, of course, is it's just not sustainable, right? If you've ever been in an A&E, it's a pretty intense place, and it's no way to live. So some people have found that making lists allows them to be a bit more relaxed, to gain some focus by getting things out of their head into external systems. The problem is with most to-do lists is we find that they're incomplete and they're not very well clarified. So what happens with those kind of incomplete, unclarified lists is you kind of make a pact with yourself. Like, I'll get through these 3 things, I'll kind of do my chores, and then I can go out and play. Once I get all the things ticked off on the list, I'm a good person, right? And that leads to kind of, having the lists sort of run your life, because they're what's feeding you your sense of self-esteem, your sense of accomplishment. GTD lists are different. They're completely different. I think of them more like a menu or like a radar screen, right? They're an inventory of everything in my world, what all the moving parts are, what all the things are that I want or need to get done. And the beautiful thing about them is, just like a menu, I can push away from the table, I can set the menu down, and I can go do other things totally guilt-free. So my first love is poetry, and showing up to a white page is a terrifying thing in itself, let alone if I have sort of 300 emails rattling around in my head that are unanswered, and things that I know that I haven't dealt with in my life that are about to blow up. So if you want to create the space to be creative, it's all the more reason to get a full, complete inventory of all the things in your world, big, small, personal, and professional, that matter to you, so that you can use that to guide yourself appropriately, make decisions you trust, and free yourself up to be a creative person.